Donnie, what's your call? Donnie?
Fight!
Chief Alan Struble?
Yes, sir.
Chris Jones. Pleasure to finally meet you in person. How was the drive-in?
It was great. Good. Very good.
Fantastic. Fantastic. I just wanted to, before we start, reiterate a few things. I talked to you over the phone about how Gunn does business. They're a little bit different than everybody else out there. We even have it in writing to make sure that you know I'm not just making stuff up, okay? All of our prices are clearly posted. The price is derived of the fairest market value for the vehicle, less any kind of rebates or incentives that everybody qualifies for. We also offer a no hassle, no haggle, no aggressive, back and forth with the manager kind of sales environment. So you can be assured that the price you see is the price you're going to pay, less, any kind of extra incentives you qualify for. It's great. I'm also a salary paid sales associate, so you don't have to worry about me pushing you towards one car or another. I'm genuinely interested in getting you the best car that's going to meet your needs, okay?
Okay, good.
All right, and you mentioned you've got a trade-in, say 2012 or 13 Honda Civic SI, right?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. So we offer you a 10-day guaranteed trade appraisal. It's even a bid to buy yours. So say you find another vehicle that you like, but they're not giving you quite as much for your trade as we're giving you. That's good for a cash offer. So you can just come in here, sell it to us, and we'll be fine.
Perfect.
We also offer you a 48-hour return policy. What that means to you is that you can have the confidence to make a decision today without having to worry about the buyer's remorse that might come tomorrow.
Okay.
That sounds like a good way to do business.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Awesome.
sir.
So you talked to me a little bit about your needs. Right now, you've got a job, you're making a little bit more money. You like the coupe feel, though you will still want to stay with a sporty vehicle. You also prefer a darker color, and you wanted something that's going to be unique. You don't see a lot of it on the road. Plus, you didn't want to break the bank. Is that correct?
Exactly. That's exactly right.
So I got this car for you. This is brand new to Buick. I thought this was perfect for you. This is the 2016 Buick Cascada.
Nice.
What's your initial impression of it?
It's a beautiful car.
It's nice, right?
Yes, sir.
So you'll notice at the very front of this car, there's some nice looking headlights. Those are HID headlights. HID stands for high intensity discharge. Okay? They're automatically articulating, so what they'll do is when you're steering around corners, the lights are going to automatically adjust accordingly to illuminate your path. You also have cornering lights that will activate while you're turning as well, to illuminate further than just the path that you're on. So in case there's a danger that presents itself, like a deer or something like that, you don't have to worry about slamming on your brakes. You'll have a little bit more heads up in that way.
That's awesome.
These HID headlights are surrounded by an LED daytime running light. It gives it that aggressive, fierce look whenever you're driving down the road. It makes you kind of stand out from everybody else that's out there. You also got halogen fog lights. That's standard on this vehicle. You can't get it without it. So in this Texas heat, whenever it starts to fog up real heavily, you're able to see in front of you far away. Perfect. Okay. I want to talk a little bit about this grille. Buick's known for its heritage. Back in World War II, they designed engines for airplanes. Okay, so they try to keep a little bit of that in their vehicles. Either it's the old school models that have the tailed out flared fenders, or it's got the newer models that have the nautical ports from what an engine, like an exhaust, would be over there. So this is actually a derivative of an airplane. If you can kind of see it there, the Buick Tri-Shield logo makes up the airplane, and then the wings of it are on the side there. Just a little piece of heritage with that. Right. So I'm going to take you under the engine here. So we're looking at a 5th generation Ecotec engine. It's a 1.6 liter turbocharged inline 4-cylinder engine that's coupled to a 6-speed hydromatic transmission. That 6-speed hydromatic transmission is going to do what your typical 6-speed is going to do. At the lower speeds, it's designed to get you up to speed as fast as possible without consuming too much fuel. And at the higher gears, those are your overdrive gears that will help you pass without using a lot of fuel. It's all designed to reduce your fuel efficiency. You can think of Ecotec and think of fuel efficiency on that. So with that Ecotec design, you're going to have 2 different technologies working together for you. The first of which is direct injection. So what that does is it highly compresses fuel and shoots it directly into cylinders, which gives you more horsepower and torque without the emissions that a normal injection system would have. And it's also going to be the most efficient way to get the most fuel efficient way to get the fuel into the cylinder. So it saves you fuel efficiency. The variable valve timing is the second part of this engine. Variable valve timing just basically perfectly synchronizes all of the twisting and moving components to make sure the engine's performing to its top efficiency level. You've seen this in the Nissans, or even your Honda's got the variable valve timing as well. Okay, so a little bit about what you're seeing under here. Notice that you don't have a dipstick for your transmission. That hydromatic transmission is a closed transmission, so you don't have to worry about servicing it up to 100,000 miles. It's closed, you're not going to get a bunch of debris in there, which saves you from the whole hassle of taking it in for service as much. You're also going to notice there's no power steering fluid. That's because it's all electric now.
Okay.
Being an electric power steering, you're going to have a faster response time. You're also going to have no parasitic drag to power that pump. So that horsepower that's saved there, you get to utilize it on the road. It also helps with fuel efficiency as well. Okay. This is going to be a reservoir for your radiator fluid. That's good for 5 years or 150,000 miles, and it's environmentally safe. So in the event you get into an accident, you don't have to worry about it spilling on the road and some animal getting a hold of it or getting to some kind of water reservoir and humans are drinking it and getting sick. It's going to be environmentally safe. You got your windshield wiper fluid, and this is your brake fluid right there. That's also good for 100,000 miles.
Okay.
Pretty much maintenance free, wouldn't you say?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So backing up all these components, you're going to have Buick's Warranty. It's one of the best in the business. You've got a 4-year, 50,000 mile bumper-to-bumper limited warranty. It's going to cover basically your manufacturer defects, including sensors, things like that. So if Jerry was building this car on a Friday night, he was trying to get to happy hour, you don't have to worry about if something breaks out of the vehicle. You'll be able to just rely that their warranty is going to take care of it. So you've got a 6-year, 70,000 mile powertrain warranty. That's going to cover your engine leading up to your transmission, including your transmission and your drivetrain. Basically anything that oil touches. Okay. Okay. To back all that up, to give you kind of the peace of mind to not inconvenience your day, you're going to have a 6-year, 70,000 mile roadside assistance as well. That's going to come with courtesy transportation. Now, we suggest that, especially if it's a serious situation where they're going to take a few days to fix the problem, that you call ahead and schedule that so we can make sure we have a courtesy transportation unit available for you.
All right.
Okay? And on top of all that, you want to get with our finance team about potentially extending some of those warranties. They've got some awesome deals right now as far as what they're able to do on the vehicles.
Right.
And in fact, you mentioned to me that you've got your Honda Civic and you're going up a little bit in price with this one and you're kind of worried about the financing there. We have one of the best financing companies in the tri-state area. Okay, we have the best finance company in our corporation. Okay, we work with over 25 different lenders, and we've achieved platinum status with Wells Fargo. It's not been done in the city before. So you can be assured that we're going to take care of you and get the best rate possible. Perfect. Okay? So we're looking at the paint on this vehicle. It's really nice. It's got some metallic in it. I want you to take the back of your hand and kind of slide it across there. You feel how smooth that is?
Very smooth. Very smooth.
This vehicle's been treated with a product called Blue Steel Protection. It's backed up by a 5-year warranty. They treat the exterior and interior of the vehicle and gives it the resistance it needs against the natural elements like tree sap or pollen, even road tar. What it does is the clear coat is naturally porous like your skin. So when we treat it, it basically solidifies that clear coat, making it more resilient against those outside elements and gives it some dexterity. On the interior of the vehicle, they spray some fabric protector on there that's industrial strength. It's a commercial grade. So it protects from things like blood, urine, vomit, makeup, candy, pretty much a Friday night. You know what I mean? You've got that on. Like I said, it's good for 5 years, so you don't have to worry about it. If something happens, there's no maximum amount of claims, there's no deductible, it'll pretty much take care of itself. In fact, it'll even cover detergents. Did you know gasoline is considered a detergent?
I did not.
So my dad's got a 2500 HD, and he's got an issue with pulling the nozzle out on time. He's getting some drip in there for a while. It started to eat away at his clear coat, so they actually brought it in and resprayed his entire fender for free. So I usually go by the rule of thumb that if you have to submit one claim, thin clear film that goes on the high wear areas of the vehicle, including like the bumper, the hood. It'll go on the edges of the doors to protect the door dings, the cups and the door handles, pretty much anywhere there'd be a high wear, even on the back bumper. So we can put that on there as well. And the last product that we offer for you is IR window tint. So I noticed on your Honda, the windows are tinted right now.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
It's probably a ceramic tint. IR is relatively new technology. IR stands for infrared. What if I told you that I would have the ability to reduce about 80% of the UV that comes into your vehicle? You say unbelievable, right?
Yeah, I would.
I want you to check this out for me for a second. This is the traditional standard ceramic tint, and this is the IR Nano Premium tint, okay? They're the same transparency. This is a 35%. I want you to put your hand in here, turn that light on, and tell me if you can feel the heat.
I can.
Okay, leave your hand on there. Can you feel a difference right there?
Wow. Yeah.
It's massive, right? So there's some benefits to that. There's three particular benefits I want to go over with you. The first is the obvious one. It makes it cooler inside the vehicle. The second one, it makes your upholstery last longer. The seats, the dashboard, all the interior, you won't see as much fading because the UV rays are what causes that damage. The third benefit is your air conditioner. Your air conditioner won't have to overwork itself to cool the vehicle off. That'll save the life of it, make it last a little longer. Since you've got dual climate control in this vehicle, you can just set it to whatever temperature, just like your house, and you'll be able to just kind of let it do its thing and it'll cool off just as fast.
Perfect.
So the next thing I want to talk about, there's two different trim levels available. There's an entry-level model, and then there's this. This is a premium.
Okay.
The premium is going to make up about 95% of the market, so this is going to be the majority of what you see on the road. If you see one, they're only making 5,000 of these vehicles, and they're only selling it in 5 states. So it's a very limited market, and you're definitely going to be driving something that's unique on the road. So the jump up, it's approximately $3,000, and what you're getting for that, you're getting front and rear park assist. What that's doing is using these ultrasonic sensors to use kind of a sonar technology to look for objects in your intended path. And what that does, it kind of sends a ping off of that, and as you're getting closer, there's going to be a beep emitting. As you're getting closer, that beep will get faster and faster until there's a solid tone. At that solid tone, you want to stop because you're within 1 foot of that object. So if you can't see something, you want to get out and make sure there's something right in front of you.
Okay.
On the back, that's coupled with a backup camera that you can actually see the object that's back there as well. Okay? The next object, or the next feature that comes on the premium is going to be your lane departure warning system. Do you see this? It looks like a camera right here.
Yes, sir.
That's actually a sensor that's looking for reflections in the road, and it's determining if those are lanes. In the event you deviate your lane, the vehicle's going to notify you and let you know you need to correct the course. Okay, what that prevents you from doing is if you're getting distracted or falling asleep, it gives you time to react versus you're automatically getting into an accident, okay? That same sensor has a technology built into it called forward collision alert. That's the third thing that comes with the premium. Forward collision alert is constantly monitoring the distance between you and the vehicle in front of you, and in the event that that distance closes at a rapid rate, it's going to actually give you a red indication light, and it's going to chime at you, letting you know, hey, you should stop, you're about to get into an accident, okay?
Okay.
The last thing I want to show you is that comes on the premium is the range sensing windshield wipers. So I'm going to put the vehicle into accessory mode real quick, just to kind of show you how this works. So you've got a moisture sensor on this vehicle built into the windshield that will detect when water's hitting it. Okay? So as the vehicle is going on the road, the more that it rains, it's going to sense how much it needs to wipe the window. So you don't have to adjust the fan speed. I don't know if your wife's anything like mine. She goes crazy over the windshield wiper. When it goes, it's just going too fast. She can't wait to turn down the speed. What if you didn't have to do that? Let the car do it on its own. It's pretty nice, right?
That's a nice feature. That's a very nice feature.
Awesome. So we'll come around here. I want to talk about some of the stopping components of the vehicle. First off, you'll notice you've got a 20-inch wheel here. That's a Diamond Graphic twin spoke. There's 2 different wheels available. They're both 20-inch. 20-inch is standard on this vehicle. This is the Diamond Graphic. The dynamic wheel has a little bit fatter top on the end of it. Just kind of gives it a different style. But you can choose between either one of those. Buick went with a 20-inch wheel to give it that larger footprint.
Right.
That'll make it more safe to drive on the road. It's also been sport lowered to give you that aerodynamic of a sport vehicle and make it a little safer. And then it's got disc brakes. You see that disc brake right there?
Yes.
So the disc brakes are all around. Normally you would see drums in the back. Buick doesn't like that style, so they want to stick with a disc brake. There's also advantage to that. It stops a little faster, brakes don't overheat. There's a lot more involved with that. Those work together with the ABS. ABS stands for analog braking system. So So what that's going to do is if you need to slam on your brakes for any reason at all, instead of your brakes locking up the tires and throwing you into a slide, it's going to pulsate those brakes, making it easier for you to stop in a shorter distance, okay? That works together with your traction control and StabiliTrak. Traction control works at low speeds to help by sending torque to the tire that's got the most traction in the event you're losing some traction. So you're driving on, loose gravel or water, anything like that, okay? At the high speeds, that's when the StabiliTrak's going to do its job. Now, StabiliTrak is the trademark GM product that they put in a lot of their vehicles. Almost everything they make now has StabiliTrak built into it. And that's going to send braking, especially while you're cornering at any kind of high speeds. Basically anything over 30 miles per hour, StabiliTrak's going to kick in and send braking to the tire that's got the most traction, okay?
Okay.
So, would you say that's kind of a safe, safe stopping deal there?
Yeah.
You've got, the front suspension's going to be a McPherson Hyperstrut. That Hyperstrut suspension is going to be an independent suspension, so if you're jumping over anything on the terrain that's like kind of longer, where you need to kind of, adjust it, it'll just move that one wheel that's going over that uneven terrain versus jumping the whole car around. It also virtually eliminates torque steer. Torque steer, you probably see it in your Honda. When you step on the gas real quick, you're trying to race that Camaro on the side of you, and you kind of turn a little bit, and you lose a little bit of that momentum. So with the McPherson Hyperstrut, you're basically eliminating that, okay? The rear suspension is going to be a Watts Z-Link suspension. Notice they've got two different suspensions on there. They did that to optimize the amount of storage space in the trunk. Okay. It also allows the vehicle to have a centered differential, so that the vehicle's more, the weight's more proportionate, so it helps with your fuel efficiency. It's not wobbling down the road at all. Okay.
Perfect.
All right, so I want to talk about the structural rigidity of this vehicle. All over this vehicle, there's been different points where it's been strengthened. They've got high strength steel in the chassis, they've got it in the frame of the vehicle, in the doors, even this A-pillar. This A-pillar is a reinforced A-pillar with high strength steel. It's designed to help you in the event of a rollover situation. They equip that with the rollover bars. It's got some high strength rollover bars. You can't see it right now because of the top's up, but let me see if you can see back here. You can kind of see it through the window right there. You see it there? Mm-hmm. Those will pop up in the event of a rollover situation. In fact, I knew you were coming in today, and that was going to be a difficult thing to explain, so I actually got a video here I want to show you real quick about how the deal's going to work.
I really did.
All right. Late.
Make it bigger.
Keeps the smell in there. Oh, really? That's an aftermarket accessory.
So I won't show you the whole video, but I basically want to see how they're going to activate here. So they had to force the vehicle into a rollover situation. Notice right here, you'll see those rollover bars come up.
Right.
That's what's going to be, that's going to protect you from hitting your head on the roof. Okay?
Oh, wow.
So you've got that, again, with all the extra high-strength steel that's all over the vehicle, you're going to be pretty safe in the event of a collision. I want to talk to you about this top a little bit. Notice it's got a soft top. It's a canvas top that's, versus what you're seeing more and more, the hard tops come out. Buick decided to do this because they didn't want the vehicle to be as noisy, and they also wanted to save space in the trunk. That's the number one complaint with convertibles, is there's no trunk space. So Buick wanted to make sure that that had that. This is a multi-layered design, okay? You've got the canvas top, and you've got acoustic and thermal insulation in there to make sure you still have that premium Buick ride in any season. It'll keep you warm in the cold seasons, and it'll keep you cool in the hot seasons, okay? Perfect. This top will recline back with an electronic, electro-hydraulic mechanism that's built into the chassis. It was placed there and designed to be as quiet as possible so that you didn't have to risk the integrity of how quiet the vehicle is, okay? So when you're opening it up, it takes about 17 seconds to open up all the way, 19 seconds to close, and you can do it up to 31 miles per hour. The benefit of that being If you go to a gas station or Walmart, you don't have to stop your car to open the hood. You can just rely on it doing its thing while you pull into the parking lot, so you don't have to delay your travel already, okay? It's going to be burning premium fuels recommended. You can burn the regular E85 or E87 if you wanted to, but it is recommended the premium fuel for that turbo engine.
Yeah.
Notice you got this nice wide opening right here, okay? I'm going to close the trunk again. These tail lights are large and they're LED. Buick designed them into the top of the trunk because of that. They want you to have the visibility on the road. They don't want you to have to, risk your trunk space or your trunk opening for visibility on the road. So they have that, and they couple it with a second set of tail lights. Okay, those are fully functional. Even if you turn on the hazard lights, that'll work. Okay. In your storage space, you have 13.4 cubic feet of room with the top up and this hatch up. Okay? So you've got a lot of room there. With the hatch down and the top down, you're going to notice 9.8. If you put both of those down and you use these electronic seat releases, you'll be able to increase that storage space to 26.5 cubic feet of room. Okay? It'll also store up to an item about 6 foot tall. How tall are you?
Almost about 6
Like
foot.
Go ahead and get in there real quick. Let me show you how it works. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to. Notice again on the back tail light, you've got that heritage, that nice airplane-looking, piece of their heritage right there. Okay. Come around the side. When I open the door, what's the first thing you think? If you just had to think like the first word that comes to mind.
Premium.
It's nice, right? There's a lot of luxury and premium amenities that come with this vehicle that are standard. The leather appointed seats, okay, they're perforated and they've been treated with the heat reflective chemical that makes it to where if you leave the top open, you don't have to worry about as much heat getting onto the seats, so if you don't have to worry about being burned, okay? It also is going to come with a soft touch dash with contrast stitching. It's authentic stitching versus it being some kind of printed design that just makes it look nice. They really want you to feel like you're in a premium vehicle. Navigation is standard. The ambient lighting to kind of set the mood and make you feel like, you're in something different. When you're cruising down the road, that's always on at night. So you don't have to worry about, if you drop something, you'll be able to see what's going on, okay?
Yes, sir.
I want you to go ahead and get in it for a minute. Let me get some help from somebody real quick. How about Matt? Come here a second, Matt. I'd like to introduce you to our service director. This is Matt Gossett. If I'm ever not
Nice to meet you.
around and you've got a question about the vehicle, you can talk to Matt. He's pretty much as knowledgeable as I am on these vehicles, okay?
Perfect.
He also does a new owner's breakfast every second Saturday. So if you eventually buy this vehicle and you want some more information on it, you can always come to me, or you can come get some free food and potentially a Kindle Fire, okay? So
Perfect.
Matt, could you do me a favor and open that door real quick? I'm going to have to start this vehicle up to pull the top back. Go ahead and, the door. Okay, go ahead and start it up. And then pull up on that chrome ring right there. Oh, I'm sorry. To prevent it from getting hurt, to prevent it from hurting itself, it's got a safety mechanism. Go ahead and set it up real quick and open that up. I won't keep it on for too long. I just want to make sure that the top is secured. Alright, that was pretty quick, right? So if you just wanted to open it up and you're going to have somebody jump in or you just want to impress your girlfriend, that's a good way to do it right there, okay? You can close the door, guys. Thank you. Alright. I'm going to come around here. I'm going to need another volunteer here. Let's see. We've got Brian Long. Come here for a second, buddy. I'll help him out. This is Brian Long, our financial director. He's going to be the one that's submitting all the deals to the bank, okay? Notice whenever I pull this lever open, the seat moves forward by itself, okay?
Right.
That's to prevent you from having to bend over, just more luxury amenities, okay? when we put this seat back, it's going to sense that he's right there and move the seat forward. Gone is the day of having to worry about, do you have enough room in the back seat? You don't have to worry about that anymore. I just wanted to kind of show you that because that's something that's standard on this vehicle as well. Brian, I'm going to help you out of here, buddy. You sure? Thank you, Brian. Everybody give Brian a round. Awesome. Appreciate it, sir.
Way to move, Brian.
All right. So, we've got the key in there. All right, so turn it to accessory mode and gain access to some of the controls. So, there's all kinds of ways to play your music on this vehicle. You've got Bluetooth, USB, you've got auxiliary, you have a Buick IntelliLink system that's displayed on this beautiful 7-inch TFT, which stands for Thin Film Transistor color touchscreen. And it's standard on all these as well. So if you wanted to change your radio station or listen to AM, XM, FM radio, that's all available to you. With the Bluetooth, you're able to make calls, receive calls, listen to any kind of music video on YouTube or any kind of video on YouTube, or if you just wanted to watch Netflix, you can put that on, pair the phone with the car, and you'll be able to listen through the speakers on your car. It's also law, so that's one of the major reasons that they went ahead and put it in all the vehicles now. All right, so with the USB, you're able to listen to music just by plugging it in. Okay. I actually brought a USB device to kind of demonstrate that, and you can even look at pictures. So if you've got, you want to see what you're going to print at Walgreens, or you just want to go through your pictures, you can see that. You can also use it on date night if you wanted to. Imagine your girl sitting in front of a lake or something, top back, stars above you, seal playing in the background. That's nice, right? So I'm going to go home here. So you're able to look at pictures right here, okay? Now I put some pictures of my family on there just so you can kind of see what's going on. But you can access them right there, okay?
Okay.
So with the Bluetooth, I went ahead and got another... So I was going to show you Netflix real quick. So I paired my phone via Bluetooth already. So what we're going to do to get there is go home and come back here, and we're going to go to Bluetooth. Okay, that allows us to hear what's going on through the speakers on the car. So if you wanted to go out, have a movie under the stars night, you can do that.
Gratitude is implied.
Okay, you just set the phone up here, and
You can drive.
you guys can watch a movie. No problem. Perfect. It's nice, right? Just makes it easy. So something else that comes with this vehicle is Onstar. Are you familiar with Onstar?
No, I believe not.
Administrator's going to come on your speakers and try to see if you're okay. As far as the theft, it's going to use an engine demobilizer and stop the vehicle. It's always tracking the GPS location, so it can always find the vehicle. It's got dealer maintenance notifications that will actually have the car sending information to our dealership at all times. In the event that it needs any kind of fluids, or if it's due for a service, we can notify you and let you know and get that all scheduled for you. One cool thing that comes with the OnStar, like I said, you get that free for 6 months. You're going to get the OnStar Remote Link, good for 5 years, okay? Not all the services, but at least the key fob. Your key fob will remote start your vehicle, unlock your vehicle, all that good stuff. But you have a key fob on your phone. And let me see here. Let me log in. This is going to allow you to do things like unlock your car, lock your car, remote start your vehicle, do horns and lights anywhere in the nation. You'll also be able to look up your vehicle statistics, like what your distance to empty is, your oil life percentages, the PSI on all the tires, how much fuel economy you've gotten for the lifetime of the vehicle. You'll be able to look up your vehicle's GPS location in case you're worried about your girl creeping on you. You can always just pull this out and look and see where the car is. If she goes to a spot too often, you know what I mean? At your service, it's going to give you discount for local restaurants and businesses in the area. It'll also allow you to set up hotel reservations all from your phone, okay? You also have a 4G LTE Wi-Fi hotspot built into the vehicle. So if you wanted to watch a movie, or if you wanted the kids to use a iPod or iPad or anything like that, and it needs Wi-Fi because it doesn't have regular internet access, you can just utilize that. It comes with 3 gigs or 3 months free. After that, you've got to start paying for it. Just like everything in life, it's great. You got to pay for it, right? You also can set up your preferred dealer. So just to show you kind of what to expect here, you've got different messages here. The doors are unlocked right now, so if I press lock, it's going to ask for a PIN number, and then it's going to execute it. Okay? Upon a successful execution, it's going to let you know successful at what time. Okay? So you've got that, and it's good anywhere in the nation. So in the event, like, you know, you're at a hotel, or sorry, not a hotel. You're at a restaurant and you get the bill, and your key fob's too far away to remote start your vehicle. You can just pull your phone out, start it up, and then get it warm it up or cool it off according to the temperature that's outside, without any kind of hesitation there. Okay?
Okay.
So when we come back from the test drive, I'm going to give you an orientation of the dealership, let you kind of know, your surroundings. You're also, in the event that you purchase it, which I hope you do, I really do feel like this is the perfect car for you. You're going to get a survey from GM that's going to ask you how well you did, how well we treated you here. It's going to ask you things like, do we have enough inventory? It's going to ask you about the restrooms being clean. A lot of that I don't have control over. I can influence, but I don't have a lot of control over. That survey is 100% based off of my performance. Okay, so I greatly appreciate it. Completely satisfied. If there's anything I can do right now to make it completely satisfied, because you've experienced something that's not so much a completely satisfied experience, just let me know. I'd be more than happy to change that for you and earn that up front versus asking for it after the fact, okay?
Yes, sir.
And in the event that you're ever doing like being a judge for a walk-around competition, I accept anything, anything under a 10 is failing. So just make sure you give me all 10s, okay?
All right.
Let's go ahead and go for a test drive and get you on the road, okay?
Perfect.
All right.